One night in Wuhan, COVID-19's original epicenter relearns how to party. In a crowded Wuhan beer hall, Zhang Kyung wipes birthday cake from her face after a food fight with her friends. Look at that, no mask. They don't have to wear masks. They're good little citizens. After experiencing the first wave of epidemic in Wuhan and then the liberation, I feel like I'm living a second life, says Zhang, who works in a textile shop in the central Chinese city that was her original epicenter of COVID-19. Outside, maskless partygoers spill onto the streets, smoking and playing street games with toy machine guns and balloons. Nightlife in Wuhan is back in full swing almost 7 months after the city lifted its stringent lockdown, and the city's young partygoers are embracing the catharsis. Look at that. There's one mask underneath the chin of this dude. Half-masked mask. In scenes unimaginable in many cities around the world, reeling under a resurgence of the pandemic. Remember, in China, they're not testing. They're not vaccinating. They're not testing. They're partying. Their economy is roaring in China. I can't freaking believe this. Young Wuhan residents during a recent night out crowd surfed, ate street food, and packed the city's nightclubs as they looked to make up for lost time. The revival of the city's hard-hit nightlife economy offers a glimpse into a post-pandemic lifestyle that many hope will become a reality in 2021 after the global rollout of COVID vaccines. So they're like, look, if you just take the shot, you can go party like this after working in your Chinese textile debt slave factory. You can go party after a hard day at work in the Foxconn factory. And you can celebrate that you didn't toss yourself into the suicide nets at the bottom of Foxconn's factory. If you get your COVID vax, if you get the shot. Wuhan hasn't reported a new locally transmitted case of the disease since May 10th, after undergoing one of the strictest lockdowns worldwide. Yeah, because they're not testing. They're selling tests to all these other countries. Wuhan hasn't reported a new locally transmitted case of the disease since May 10th. The city of 11 million was shut off from the rest of China in a surprise overnight lockdown beginning January 23rd, with roadblocks erected and planes, trains, and buses barred from entering the city. So this is good. Look, if you just let the government lock you and weld you into your apartment buildings and dehumanize you and cull you in the streets. Remember those videos of there's some crazy videos coming out of China back in March of government officials with guns. There were gunfights happening. If you just let the government
guys, if you want to be the big man, the big daddy,
you want to be the big man, the big daddy, you got to get the shot. You got to get the shot. Students, musicians, artists, and young workers, the backbone of the city's nightlife scene, told stories of being stuck in their homes for months, many wishing the opportunity to prepare for a time when the city would recover. Some of my new music will definitely be about the pandemic time, said Wang Xingao, frontman of Wuhan pop rock band Mad Rat, which drew a crowd of over 100 people to a local venue on a recent Wednesday night. Wang flailed and jumped on stage, pulling crowd-surfing fans on stage, and at one point tossed his faux leopard skin coat into the screaming audience. Faux leopard skin, of course. He said one of the new songs was inspired by the 3 months he spent living in close quarters with his mother. So there you go. Thriving nightlife scene. Wuhan business and restaurant owners say it could still be some time before the surge in turnover makes up for the massive losses during the lockdown. But for patrons now flooding Wuhan's nocturnal hotspots, the message is more straightforward. I just really want to cherish this time because in life you never know when it will end, said Zhang in the Wuhan beer hall. Make every happy day count. Oh, we're so happy. We make every happy day count. Look, this guy opens this other dude's bottle with his teeth. They're allowed to touch each other. They're allowed to share bottles. They're even opening bottles with their teeth in Wuhan. This is what's going on in Wuhan. But we got to shut down, right? You got to shut down, but Wuhan can party.